I'm here in Porterville to speak with Marie on some of her experiences around security, keeping the facility safe, all of the tenants' possessions safe, all their heirlooms and everything that they find valuable. And if you could kind of tell how you found out about the situation, how you dealt with it, and how it ended.
So from the very beginning, we were getting ready for our big grand opening. And I had this potential tenant that would call, and we talked several times over the phone, and she was very hesitant on storing her trailer here. Got her to attend the grand opening. I showed her the property. She's very happy with it. She asked several times about security. Told her we were the most secure here in town. We do our daily checks. We walk the property, at least twice a day. And she's like, okay, I'm gonna do it. She signed the rental agreement that day during the grand opening. The very next morning, I came across her RV and I noticed that the steps were down. And so I thought, oh no. So I go up to the door, I placed my hand on it, did a big knock just to see if there was any kind of movement. Sure enough, there was a little bit of movement. Checked the door to see if it was unlocked, and it was. I got to do this. I got to make that dreaded phone call. Stood back and I called her right away. I said, hey, do you happen to be in your RV, or do you know if somebody's in? Do you have someone in there? She says, no. So, all right, I'm going to get off the phone with you. I want you to come down to the property. I do have somebody that's currently in your RV, and I'm going to call the police right away. She says, okay. So she comes down. But in the meantime, I call the police and tell them, hey, I'm doing my ground check, and it appears to be someone is in the RV. So I stand back. I'm not going to leave sight of the door because I don't want that person that now knows that I know that he's there to bail and flee, right? So I'm standing back a good 30, 40 feet, just kind of keeping an eye on the door. And I have the tenant on the phone again at this time, just kind of calming her down and stuff, because here I was just the day before talking about how secure we are. So she was a little upset. By the time she got in, the police were here, they got the guy out, and it ended up being mentally challenged individual that was just released, I believe, from jail the night or two before, and that's what he's known for, is breaking into storage RVs and stuff like that. So they went out there, they knocked on the door, asked him to come out. He wouldn't come out. They counted down, he didn't. So then they ended up calling for backup and having the canine come out. The canine was there, sir, you need to step out. He still wouldn't. So then they let the canine come in, and then I just have it recorded where the canine is dragging the fella out. The reason why I bring up that story is because it goes to show the importance of doing your grounds check every single day, getting familiar with every single trailer, RV, boat, anything, being able to recognize that, spotting the difference and going up to it, checking it. By the time I called the police, it was 8:07. My clock-in time is 8 o'clock. I discovered this just 7 minutes after. Call the police. It was in the newspaper, but it also advertised the fact that we do our grounds checks. Any other facility out there, I guarantee you, they probably would have been there for days before anybody ever noticed, if they ever noticed.
That walk around is so critical, not just for security, but don't you find flat tires that you tell tenants about?
Yes.
Or something's off?
There's the aspect of, okay, you're going in there and you're checking for any type of criminal activity, right? Burglaries, vandalism, things like that. But there's also the tenant courtesy check for them, like, do they leave a window open or that they're not aware of? I want them to know that we check it every single day. When you go and you spend thousands and thousands of dollars on an RV, last thing you want to do is put it in storage. Okay, look, you can't be here to look at it every single day, but we are.
And you're probably excited about the new facility having a RV wash and ice for all of our tenants, because that's a pretty big value add.
That is something that I want to say probably about 60% of our boat and RV tenants, whenever they came in to rent with us, they asked us, because we were a brand new facility, the thrill that Jerry and I both had to go back to those tenants and say, guess what? We told the owner what you wanted. We can give it to you now. Whenever they come in and they're making their payment, or they're calling in, make their payment, we're telling them about the new move, their eyes light up and they're just so excited.
If you were to give other self-storage managers across the country one piece of advice you attribute to the success of Porterville Storage:
listen to your tenants, listen to your customers. Whenever they come in and they have an issue with the facility, don't be on guard and be defensive about it. Listen to it, see what the problem is, and see how you can take care of it. See how you can make it better for them, because in the long run or short term, you're making your facility better too.
Thank you guys so much. I appreciate everything you guys do. You are amazing.
Working with such a great management team and a wonderful owner that just gives acknowledgement when feeling kind of tired sometimes or run down or whatever, just to have that kudos coming in from you guys. It's like, you know what, let's pick ourselves back up and let's keep going.